Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6.
Well, thanks for joining us here on this snowy Sunday. I'm Jordan Smith. Outside of that dusting we saw this morning, seems like we can expect to watch this snow melt away here. So we'll set things over to meteorologist Matt Gray, who's tracking the next round of weather this week, Matt.
All right, we've been living in a snow globe all day long, but it does look like the end of this snow is upon us. Now, it has warmed up enough today where the snow is not sticking like it was this morning, and that is the best kind of snow. It's pretty to look at, doesn't cause any trouble on the road. Still some very light snow falling around the Spokane and Deer Park areas right now, but this has significantly waned in intensity since we were with you on air at 5 o'clock. And so I think we are seeing the end of the snow here tonight. Things are going to be wrapping up, I believe, fairly quickly around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. We'll see snow flurries last a little bit longer across the North Idaho Panhandle and northeastern Washington. So here's how the rest of the evening goes. We will drop down towards freezing again. Some of those wet roads and sidewalks will start to get a little icy and a little crusty. And so as we get into the morning, just something to keep in mind as you head out the door. However, we will also be looking at a little bit of fog and dry conditions. So overall, if you do have to get up and get your President's Day started early, things are not looking too bad out there. There is more active weather on the way. You can see another storm system swirling off the coast of California. All that moisture is going to be headed our direction on Monday, but things are going to be changing because we are about to see quite a warm up from the last few days. And that means we're going to be seeing rain instead of snow. In fact, our snow level is going to end up being well above those mountain passes. Now, this is going to be a pattern we're going to stay in for a little while. I'll show you when we may have another chance to pick up a little bit of snow in your first alert forecast coming up.
All right, Matt, thanks for that. A standoff in East Central Spokane ended with a known felon being taken into custody. Here's a look from that scene earlier today. Earlier this afternoon, Spokane police surrounded a home on South Cook Street and East 4th Avenue where that suspect had barricaded himself inside. Police said the man had 2 felony warrants and they weren't sure if the suspect was armed. The scene has since been cleared. The investigation is ongoing. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. Over the last 5 years, the number of people dying on Spokane's roadways has increased, particularly involving cyclists and pedestrians. Our Hunter Bertram reports on the new research to curb those deadly incidents.
It's a growing problem. Someone's life permanently changed in a matter of seconds from a car crash. Recent data shows severe and deadly accidents involving pedestrians and cyclists have risen nearly 50% since 2019.
It only takes a couple seconds to watch out for not only other drivers, but pedestrians.
Maisha Barella was involved in a car crash just a few days ago. Luckily, no one was severely injured.
You just kind of have to take people in account, and you just assume that people are going to follow the rules as you would follow the rules.
Rules that all drivers are supposed to follow, but sometimes many don't.
Yeah, there's a couple of factors that are showing up in the data that we've analyzed, and we're looking back at the last 5 years worth of data. And so speed is a major factor, and impairment is another major factor.
Mike Ulrich is a transportation planner for the Spokane Regional Transportation Council, a board of elected officials who seek to make changes to Spokane County's roadways. In a recent announcement, the council released its plans to invest a $400,000 federal grant into research for safer roadways.
So this plan really intends to determine the cause of those crashes, why those crashes are happening, causal factors, where those crashes are happening, and develop solutions to mitigate those crashes into the future to try to reverse those numbers.
Solutions that go beyond physical changes.
Takes a variety of different solutions to reverse those numbers, right? So it's not just going to be building crosswalks. It's not just going to be adding lighting. There's behavioral elements. There's law enforcement. There's just a whole system of approaches that are necessary to get those numbers going in the right direction.
In all, the council seeks to bring that extremely high number of roadway deaths in Spokane County to 0 over the next decade. By conducting this research, they tell me it allows them to request more funding to make changes that could save a life.
Just care about your fellow human and just, you know, make sure that you're watching out for yourself and make sure you're watching out for other people and just having more compassion for others.
Reporting in Spokane, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
All right, Hunter, thanks for that. Turning now to a story we've been tracking since Friday. We have new details about the shooting in northeast Spokane Friday afternoon near Gonzaga's campus. The woman who was shot during this incident has died in the hospital. The Spokane Police Department responded to this shooting incident near the Cash and Carry on Hamilton Street, just north of Trent. The end of this police chase, you can see this exclusive 4 News Now video blocked off traffic for a few hours on Friday afternoon. Our Marissa Rio just happened to be there to catch it all on camera. SPD says a man called police just after 1 p.m. saying he confronted a group of people on Market Street about stolen property. There was an altercation and the group of people took off in a car. The man decided to follow them, and then someone in the group fired shots at him. That's when this whole chase began. After pinning the car, officers pulled out 3 men and 1 woman. This is an ongoing investigation. We'll provide you with updates as we learn more on our website, KXLY.com. A 19-year-old was shot this morning in Moses Lake in what the Sheriff's Department believes to be a targeted attack. Grant County law enforcement responded to a shooting near Mark Street and Biggs Drive around 1 a.m. this morning. Callers said they heard 8 to 10 gunshots. Officers found a 19-year-old with gunshot wounds in his torso and limbs. He was hit 5 times and is now being treated at a local hospital. Anyone with information on this is encouraged to contact the Grant County Sheriff's Office. You can find their contact information on our website, KXLY.com. A Spokane Valley group that comes together every Sunday to feed the vulnerable in the community had a special day today, celebrating the life of a former member through candy. Neighbors Feeding Neighbors started in 2020. Each week, volunteers make over 400 bagged lunches for those in need. Plus, the group comes together every holiday to provide members of the community with a warm meal. Even though today was not a holiday, organizers tell us they're celebrating and dedicating today's service to a late member.
Her name was Celia Misner, passed away in November. She was the founder of Change Ministries in Spokane Valley, and we're making this lunch in her honor because through her husband Bill, they bought $100 worth of candy that we're giving each member that we take food, gets some food or some candy in Celia's honor.
Larry Banger told us that volunteers are always welcomed, and his motto is, quote, "Give me 2 hours and it will change your life." Head to our website for more information on how you can get involved. Coming up after the break, we'll take a look at 49 degrees north in this week's Air for Adventure. Plus, tomorrow is President's Day. We'll tell you all about Spokane's closures and reduced hours so you don't get caught off guard.
And our low temperatures are going to be quite a bit warmer than we've seen over the last couple of nights. We saw lots of widespread 20s with those clear skies. Instead, cloudy, foggy, and in the 30s. This is only the start of a warming trend that'll take up most of the week before things get a little interesting heading into next weekend. A first alert to keep you informed after the break.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+. Sign up for the 4 News Now playbook at KXLY.com.
On the hunt for your next ride? Come to Valley VIP Auto Sales with a wide variety of cars and trucks. We're here to help you find the perfect vehicle. You won't find a better deal anywhere else. Come find your next vehicle at Valley VIP.
This is how it feels to do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Imagine that. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic for asthma.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Uh-oh! The Schwab fixes brakes, steering, and more.
Stop in for our Founders Celebration Sale and save up to $150 on select sets of Ford tires.
Hi, they assigned me to work with you, Miss...
Right, but you can call me Miranda.
You're... me.
Yeah, if you take the next step. Work here during the day, go to school at night. It's so worth it.
Explore elementary education online or in person. Now accepting applications. Face your future with Whitworth University. Adult education programs.
If you're looking to remodel your home with some new stylish flooring or maybe some modern wallscape ideas, then you need to visit one of Windsor Plywood's 2 locations for the best selection of doors, floors, moldings, and more.
Windsor Plywood.
On the hunt for your next ride? Come to Valley VIP Auto Sales with a wide variety of cars and trucks. We're here to help you find the perfect vehicle. You won't find a better deal anywhere else. Come find your next vehicle at Valley VIP.
4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence.
Well, with all the fresh snow on the ground, this weekend is the perfect time to do some snowshoeing. This weekend's Air 4 adventure, we're heading up north to look at some of the trails in Chewelah. Let's go for a ride on the Air 4 drone over 49 degrees north.
Today we're at the 49 degrees north Nordic Center. Beautiful, serene area, and it's just a few hundred yards away from the hustle and bustle of the downhill resort. These trails were put in 2006. There's about 12 kilometers of trails, along with a few more kilometers of snowshoe trails. We have snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, both classic and skate. We've set track and groom. We also allow fat bikes. It's a great place to escape, enjoy nature. Obviously, Fat Tire Bikes has brought a whole new user group to the area. We love it. Mountain biking is in my heart and soul. It's definitely where I spend my time in the summers. And to be able to go out and still pedal and still have fun in the wintertime on these really fun tools is great. And we allow them on our whole trail system as long as the snowpack will support it. Well, those Fat Tire Bikes have really big tires, anywhere from about 4 to 5.5 inches wide. Big volume, big surface area so that they float on top of the snow so they don't sink. The fact that we have different things that we can do at different times of the year, and having a winter activity, I think, is incredibly important. Staying active rather than posting up in your home through the whole winter can really help alleviate those winter blues, keep you fit, keep you healthy, and keep you happy.
We're just having a good time, basically. It's really good snow, the sun shining. We were all doing skate skiing. It's where there's no like fluffy spot at the bottom of your ski, and you kind of just, skating is basically the faster version.
It's fun. It's a great way to work on your cardio and keep up your stamina. And it's just a great exercise.
One of the great things about this area that people can expect to find is space. It's quiet, it's peaceful, it's gorgeous.
Well, they said it. I mean, this is the time of year. It's easy to get inside and not want to go out there, but I mean, hitting the bikes on those trails, that looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people too have likely had some discouragement at times because of how not great of a snow year we're having compared certainly to many years in the past. As for this week, well, definitely things are looking better up in the mountains and on those trails. And so I'm sure everybody wants to know this time of the year, once the snow leaves, well, when's the next round of snow coming in? I've got some ideas about that I'm going to share with you in just a second. But let's first talk about the snow that is here. And you can see over the last hour on this loop of our live radar how very quickly that snow that's been sitting over us has started to fade away. Now, this did not add too much as far as things go. In fact, we got 0.7 inches at the Spokane International Airport. So that brings us up to 26.9 in the Lilac City for this winter, creeping closer, hopefully, to that El Nino average fairly soon. And we might get a chance with how things are looking for next weekend and the upcoming weeks. So consider this a bit of a first alert for all of you at home that you may want to plan for some active weather Sunday, Monday, Tuesday and perhaps beyond of the upcoming week. We've got a strong trough that's going to be approaching from the north. Likely see some gusty winds over the weekend. Heavy mountain snow is going to be a potential here heading next Sunday, next Monday, and a good chance for some valley snow once this cooler air that's coming along with it shows up at some point next week. So not this coming week, but the next week. Before that, though, we're going to see some much warmer temperatures, which will be quite a change after what was finally a pretty average week of February weather. We'll have a dry night tonight. We'll see some fog, dreary conditions in the morning, but dry. Showers show up in the afternoon, but there'll be rain instead of snow this time. And we've got a warmer week, as I mentioned before, ahead of us. So we start off with a little bit of fog. We'll see some slippery spots because we will be below freezing, just slightly. Little freezing fog. You'll likely need the ice scraper in the morning. Then as we get into the afternoon, we'll start to see that rain begin to push in. Temperatures will be in the low 40s, and I would not expect to see much, if any, sunshine throughout the day. Let's fast forward here on our simulated radar, and you could see the first round of rain here by lunchtime spreading across the Palouse region and the Columbia Basin. It'll get into the middle and late afternoon. That'll be where Spokane and Coeur d'Alene sees the best chance for some wet weather. It's not going to last too long for Monday, so just a minor inconvenience. By the middle of the evening, our northern counties will have seen the rain, and it will have moved off to the north. But don't put away the rain jackets yet, because as we head into Tuesday morning, the next round of wet weather is going to show up, and we'll have more chances for rain on Wednesday. Now, the back end of the week is looking pretty nice, however. Our temperatures continue to stay warm, and we will have a chance for a little bit of sun to peek out, especially Friday and Saturday afternoons. That next system, though, that I talked about for next week starts to move in for Sunday. It'll be very warm, but we'll also have a chance for rain. And then Monday is where, as I mentioned before, things could get interesting. We'll keep you updated as the days go by.
All right. Well, hey, tomorrow for President's Day, weather doesn't look too bad. And the city of Spokane does want you to know about some closures so that you're not a little bit taken, I guess, off guard tomorrow. One important closure to note is that Spokane Public Library branches will be closed. There also will not be any city council meetings on Monday, but Spokane City Hall will be open, along with My Spokane 311 and the Development Services Center. If you choose to spend the day downtown, you won't need to pay for parking meters or kiosks, but all parking rules, including time limits, still apply. Many downtown attractions will be open tomorrow, including the Numerica Skate Ribbon and the Louvre Carousel. The battle against PFAS contamination, also known as forever chemicals, continues tonight. People who live in the areas where contamination has been found in their water supply are anxiously waiting to get their blood and their wells checked.
I guess persistence pays off, and eventually a blood test was ordered, but I felt like I had to do part of that legwork for the doctor and the nurses because they were unaware of what to order.
Many doctors and health providers may not be familiar with PFAS. The West Plains Water Coalition is hosting an event on February 26th to provide help. You can find that information on our website, KXLY.com. The Washington State Cougars extended their winning streak to 7 games in Pac-12 play yesterday and are peaking at the right time. Coming up in sports, Alex Tresenti shows us where they could end up when the newest polls come out tomorrow morning.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Those responsible for making our local roads and highways safe for winter travel would like to remind you that snow removal is an important, critical, and precise task. Please give the right-of-way to removal equipment so we can all get where we need to go quickly and safely.
Magical moments. Snowy adventures. Warming up. Making memories. A winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
I'm not just accomplished, I'm accomplishing. So I'm doing all I can to help lower my risk of breaking a bone.
For postmenopausal women with osteoporosis at high risk for fracture, taking calcium and vitamin D may not be enough. Adding Prolia is proven to help strengthen bones and reduce spine fracture risk by 68% with one shot every 6 months. Do not take Prolia if you have low blood calcium, are pregnant, are allergic to it, or take Exgeva. Serious allergic reactions like low blood pressure, trouble breathing, throat tightness, face, lip, or tongue swelling, rash, itching, or hives have happened. Tell your doctor about dental problems, as severe jawbone problems may happen with Prolia, or about pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred. Talk to your doctor before stopping, skipping, or delaying Prolia, as spine and other fractures have occurred. Serious side effects like low blood calcium, serious infections which could need hospitalization, skin problems, and severe bone, joint, or muscle pain have occurred.
I have so much more to accomplish.
Talk to your doctor about Prolia.
Stay ahead of your moderate to severe eczema and show off clearer skin and less itch with Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists that helps heal your skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Winter weather means hazardous driving conditions. If you must travel, follow these guidelines to keep everyone safe. Slow down and keep a safe following distance. Use traction tires. Give snow and emergency vehicles the right of way. Carry an emergency kit. Brought to you by Lakes, Worley, Post Falls, and Eastside Highway Districts.
Well, what was once a dream just a few weeks ago is now starting to turn into a reality as the Washington State Cougars continue to stack up wins and inch closer to earning their first NCAA tournament bid since 2008. On Saturday afternoon inside Beasley Coliseum, the Cougs took down Stanford 72-59 to earn their 20th win of the season. That's the first time they've reached that mark in the regular season since the 2008 Sweet 16 year. Now, while we've heaped a lot of praise on guard Miles Rice lately, and rightfully so, this was a complete team effort as 4 of the 5 starters finished in double-digit scoring, but it was the defensive effort that head coach Kyle Smith was most proud of.
I can't imagine anyone's held them under 59 this year. It was a hard-fought game, and that's what to be honest, I've seen teams like this late in the season. You've had a good home record, and then someone like that. It's hard to come back from those sometimes, and our guys did, and then some.
Now, the Cougs are going to travel down to the desert to take on the 5th-ranked Arizona Wildcats, and we expect that come tomorrow morning, this will be a top 25 matchup, as Washington State should be in the AP top 25 poll for the first time since 2008. Now, let's head down to Tempe, where the Cougar women were looking to end their 5-game skid as they took on Arizona State. Early in the first half, Washington State moving in transition. Bella Murikatete with a lob pass inside to Tara Wallach. She gets the turnaround layup to go down. Later on, it's going to be Wallach again with the drive to the basket. Gets the score. She finishes with a game-high 23 points. In the second half, Cougs with a slight lead, but Beyond Speed gives them a little bit of breathing room with this turnaround jumper. She finishes with 11 of her own. Then it's going to be Wallach again. She gets open on the wing and knocks down the 3, and the Cougs finally get a win. They take down the Sun Devils 73-46, snapping a 5-game losing streak and keeping those NCAA tournament hopes alive. Now, as for the Gonzaga Bulldogs, you know by now what's at stake. They have to keep winning during the regular season if they want to make it to a 25th straight NCAA tournament. And last night against Pacific, they did what they had to do to get the win. The good news for the Bulldogs is the offense seemed to get a kickstart. They shot the season best 66% from the field as Graham Ike was feasting under the basket, leading all scorers with 21 points. Guard Ryan Nembhard also recorded a double-double with 18 points and 10 assists. But at the other end, the Tigers just wouldn't go away, and they seem to have an answer for just about every Gonzaga bucket for most of the game. And head coach Mark Few knows the defense has got to get better.
It's hard. We're trying to be in the gaps. I think at times they hit, a couple tough shots, so that skews the numbers a little bit. But other times we're not quite finishing off the plays. Let's say it's an area we just got to try to continue to get better and better at here.
Bulldogs will look to keep the momentum going. They're going to travel out to Portland to take on the Pilots Thursday evening. Now, we've still got a couple weeks left in the regular season, but the GU women already clinching the WCC regular season championship. They beat Pacific 91-78 yesterday to improve to 13-0 in conference play. Still need to win out if they want a shot at hosting games in Spokane for the NCAA tournament. And in case you missed it, the Eastern Washington Eagles nearly came back from 17 down at home against Weber State yesterday, but that rally fell just short as the Eagles dropped just their second game in conference play, 90-84. They're going to hit the road now to take on Northern Arizona and Northern Colorado later this week. Now, the good news for Eastern is they still have a 2-game lead in the Big Sky with 5 games left in the regular season, so still a very good chance that they're going to be the #1 seed in the conference tournament down in Boise next month. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. 4 News Now. Expect more on air, online, and on the app.
Go from virtual to reality in a weekend. At Floor Trader, you'll find more samples and more selection in one place. With big box prices and small town service, this weekend at Floor Trader, we'll pay your sales tax.
My late father-in-law lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like straight lines that seem wavy, blurry or missing visual spots that make it hard to see faces, like this one, or trouble with low light. That makes driving at night a real challenge. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. GA is irreversible. It's important to catch it early. Talk to your eye doctor about GA and learn more at GAWon'tWait.com.
The time to buy is now. Yes, RV show pricing continues at R&R RV in North Spokane. Over 125 RVs are indoors at 525 East Francis. You'll save thousands with rebates and show discounts on Cougar, Rockwood, Montana, Class B vans, and more. Everything show priced. Don't shop in the cold. Shop over 125 RVs indoors now at R&R RV in North Spokane, 525 East Francis. Online at rnrrv.com.
How does free college or training sound? It's possible. Washington College Grant gives eligible people money for certificate programs, job training, apprenticeships, or college. Learn more at wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org.
Hi, welcome to Coeur d'Alene Honda.
Thank you. I've been coming to Coeur d'Alene Honda for years, and they always treat me just like family here.
Our customers love how easy it is to do business with us.
We have Hondas that fit everyone's budget.
Awarded Dealer of the Year and rated 4.7 on Google.
All new Hondas and select pre-owned come with our nationwide lifetime warranty.
Plus, all new Hondas come with 2 years free maintenance.
Which Honda would you prefer? Coeur d'Alene Honda with the lifetime warranty at no additional cost to you, or the other guys?
Don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
Go from virtual to reality in a weekend. At Floor Trader, you'll find more samples and more selection in one place. With big box prices and small town service, this weekend at Floor Trader, we'll pay your sales tax.
And here is your forecast. If you were feeling a little bit chilly over the past week, I think this weather will be for you. A little bit of rain for President's Day, but I think it's going to be just a very short time frame in the afternoon, so that means most of your day should be A-okay.
Okay, so decent weather to wander around tomorrow. Hopefully you have the day off, so not too bad.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it from us. We'll see you tonight at 11.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.